Hi, my name's John, and I'm going to tell you about my continuing journey through recovery and the choices I've made along the way. For 25 years, I was a professional musician, and as such, I didn't really have any structure or routine to my days. That lack of structure and routine leads to a lack of purpose, and I think that's what happened with me. I had gaps in my life, holes in my identity, if you like, and I chose to fill those gaps by using alcohol. And eventually it got to the point where something had to change, and I chose to hold my hands up and admit to myself, but also to other people, that I had a problem and I needed help. That was the first choice I had to make. Recovery involves a series of choices along the way. I was very lucky in that I had a support network of family and friends who loved me and who helped figure out the first step towards getting me better, but I had to choose to listen to them. Contacting an organisation that I'd never heard of, talking to professionals about my drink problem, attending group sessions and talking honestly and openly about my battle with alcohol. These weren't things that I wanted to do. But I knew deep down that reaching out to Turning Point would give me the best chance of recovery. So I chose to swallow my pride, disregard my ego, and I chose to stop gritting my teeth and trying to convince myself that I could get through this on my own. When I came out into the world again, first choice I had to make was not to pick up a drink as soon as I could. That's not an easy choice to make, but it was part of the new mindset that I'd chosen. I chose not to dwell on what I saw as the failures of my past. I chose not to dwell on mistakes that I'd made, people that I'd hurt. I chose not to pine for the lifestyle that I used to have, but instead to focus on a future that was potentially very bright. As my sober days accumulated and I started to regain that clarity of thought that I used to have before alcohol took hold, it was put to me that I could become a peer mentor with Turning Point. I chose peer mentoring because I had spent too long in my own bubble and I'd become quite selfish and quite self-absorbed. And I chose peer mentoring because it represented the new mindset